All right. What is it? Hey guys, I know you don't sleep well enough, and that could cost you. Only 11 out of 50 states have mandated paid sick leave for companies in the private sector, which are companies not owned by the state. This means that for those who live inside these 11 states, when you are sick and cannot work, you can still get paid for your absence. This usually is only up to 3 days per year, but it still helps. People who live outside these states who are not under Executive Order 13706 are not able to receive the same luxury. Thus, maintaining personal health through adequate sleep is vital. For those who live outside of these 11 states, we must analyze how much sleep we get each night. The National Institute of Health advises that each person should get about 7 hours of sleep each night. But the National Center of Biotech Info did a research or a study that reported that 60% of students report poor sleep each night. The CDC also reported a similar study in sleep deprivation that 1 in 3 adults report poor sleep each night. For many, this is due to stressful workloads, which can lead to sleep deprivation. Sadly, work-related sleep deprivation is a perpetual cycle, since the more you spend up at night working, the less concentrated you'll be in work, and thus your work will not be as efficient as it could be. Sleep deprivation can also weaken your immune system. Sleep deprivation can damage you in many ways, since it can lead to other health risks such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. The National Health Service of the UK reports that frequent sleep deprivation can lead to impaired concentration and lack of decision-making skills. The DMV also reminds people to not get behind the wheel of a vehicle if faced with large sleep deprivation, as it will cause you to have a huge lack of concentration. When we sleep, our brain functions become more defined the next day when we wake up. And additionally, as WebMD states, when our body enters deep sleep, our body releases natural chemicals that aid in tissue repair. We also need to regulate our sleep. The CDC advises to sleep at a consistent time each night as to set up a circadian rhythm, which is our body's natural sleep cycle. Another problem is also found in electronics. According to Harvard Medical School, blue light is a common factor that reduces melatonin secretion in our body. Melatonin is usually the chemical that causes our bodies to fall asleep or naturally get tired, but because of blue light, our bodies will naturally tend to stay up more because of the lack of melatonin being produced. A good recommendation is to stop using electronics around an hour before you go to sleep, so as your melatonin can naturally be secreted. It is puzzling that only 11 states have mandated sick leave when a third of the workforce can't even get enough shut-eye for one night. While yes, average hours worked will be reduced as many people will not be able to take more sick leave days, but more adults would be able to take better care of themselves without the stress of missing work. Sleep is important. We spend about a third of our lives doing it, yet we refuse to do it. We work and constantly avoid taking more than 7 hours just to relax and we rewind and let our body repair itself. This could eventually lead to more sick days as your immune system gets worse. Since a third of our adults and over half of our students don't do it, it can lead to major health risks among young adults and teens. Sleep is just important as eating, so why don't we do it? Also, for you guys, here's a little infographic or a little, yeah. All right, thank you guys.